and I have been uncomfortable securing bids because we've told the vendors we don't have any money to do this. And now we do, and it's wonderful. So without further delay, I want to introduce the gentleman who truly has made it all possible, a good friend of higher education, a good friend of independent higher education, and a very good friend of Quincy University, our Governor, Pat Quinn.
President, it was a trip down memory lane for me. 43 years ago, in November of 1971, right after I graduated from college, I drove across Central Illinois, and on that day, that day and night, I visited Illinois College, McMurray College, and Quincy, at that time College, now QU, Quincy University, on the same day. And I really believe in the mission of each of these excellent institutions of higher learning. It's very special to be here on behalf of all the people of Illinois. I want to thank our band who's here. We thank them for being here. Thank you very much. And I definitely want to thank our students here. They're the pride and joy of Illinois. I told the friars when I was coming in, I go to St. Peter's Church quite often in Chicago. It's a Franciscan mission of the church, and we really want to, I think, always have the spirit of Francis of Assisi, St. Francis, with us. When we heard those bells at 6 o'clock, I think that was St. Francis calling us, and I think our Pope today is really infusing our planet, our world, with the mission of alleviating poverty and taking care of our neighbor and making sure that learning is for everyone. It's not just for the gifted and the elite. Learning is something for all of us. It's universal, and I think it's so important that we have affordable institutions in Illinois of higher learning that really are excellent institutions, and we must invest in those colleges and universities in order to continue to have the kind of students who graduate and who change the world. We're right here on the banks of the Mississippi River. It's 583 miles of our border in Illinois, and we're proud of being a state that takes good care of our neighbor, has that ethic of service that St. Francis believed in. And I want to salute our mayors here, all three mayors who we know firsthand when there were floods that occurred here, and very dangerous and damaging floods. It was so inspiring to see the community, not only of Quincy, but of Western Illinois, come together and help each other. I can remember a young boy, I think Mayor Schultz was mayor at the time, but a young boy was there. He was about 4 or 5 years old. He came with his grandmother, and we were working on sandbags. I think Mayor Spring was there as well at the time, and Mayor Moore. We're very happy you're here. All three mayors of the last, century here, it seems like, in Quincy. But they all started with Noah, yeah, back in those times. But when that flood happened, I remember this little boy telling his grandmother that he had wanted to go down by the river to help shovel sand into those sandbags to help protect people. He was only about 4 or 5 years old. I was so impressed by that. His grandmother told me, that's why we're here, because we're here to help others. And that's why this institution of Quincy University is here. And I do want to thank all the graduates of Quincy QU, but especially John Sullivan, who's a great member of the Illinois Senate, a very strong voice, indeed the strongest voice for Western Illinois. You cannot meet John morning, noon, or night without him bringing up the importance of investing in Western Illinois. He understands what it's all about. We got plenty of work to do, but it takes senators like John Sullivan who vote for the revenue that we need to invest in education in Illinois. And that means everybody in and nobody left out. You know, we have 1 million children in Illinois between birth today and 5 years old. There are some states in our union that don't even have 1 million people. We have 1 million kids who are just in the dawn of life. And we've got to have good, excellent, early childhood education. And at these institutions that we're talking about today, making these investments, there are those who are going to teach our children, our youngest, and we have to listen to our littlest all the time. And then K to 12, there are students here, I'm sure, who will be teachers all across Illinois. And we thank them for their devotion to the vocation of teaching. That's what Francis was to all of us. He taught our world more than 1,000 years ago, it seems. And it's important that we understand how important it is of learning and making sure that we have excellent education, K to 12, and beyond that, our community colleges. I met our president from John Wood, a community college, and I used to teach community college. It's so important that every part of Illinois, to our economy and to all of our students, no matter what their age, that we have excellent community colleges and four-year institutions like these here today. So I want to speak out on behalf of the people of Illinois. That's who we're really speaking for. And I think it's important today to announce 3 investments of the people of our state. There are investments in the future and the present. And we have to invest and make sure that we have institutions that have the facilities and the technology and the classrooms and the improvements for the future and for the present. So on behalf of the people of Illinois, we're investing money in McMurray College, $323,140 for McMurray College. Thank you, McMurray. Illinois College, $539,888 for improvements there. And here at QU, Quincy University, $1.5 million for this.